Hi, welcome back. Now we're going to move on to step 3. So in step 1 we identified our customer, we put all the information in about the customer. Step 2, we created our process flow down here along the bottom of our value stream map from how we go from coils through a stamping process all the way on through shipping it to the customer. And now what we're going to do in step 3 is we're going to start to put in the material flow. And so to do that we're going to start with our supplier. And so we're going to come up here and back to our palette, and under our material flow palette we have an icon up here for supplier on the upper left hand side. So we're going to drag supplier out here, and the supplier is going to be just opposite of our customer on the right side, feeding into our process. So let's give our supplier a name. Our supplier in this example is going to be Michigan Steel Company. And they are supplying us with 500-foot coils. So let's just go ahead and put in here 500-foot coils. So they're the supplier feeding into this process. Now if we'd have multiple suppliers, we could put as many suppliers as we want in this process, but in our example we've just got one. And now what we want to do is we want to show material flowing in this process. We've already got flow down in our actual process steps, moving in between each of the steps of the process, but we need to show flow of material from the supplier and then also material flow from our shipping to our customer. So let's start with our supplier, and we've got a bunch of options we can use for showing material flow, and you'll see up here in the material flow palette, the one we're going to be using here is we're going to actually have some product that's transported via a truck, but you can see there's other options here. We could have a truck, we could have a boat, airplane, train, could come in by helicopter, a person could physically move it, we might have a crane moving it. So you can just go ahead and grab whatever icon fits best. In our case we've got a truck, so we're going to drag this out, and so what this is going to show is just material flowing from one step to another step via some type of truck. And so now to connect it to our supplier, we just simply need to grab this little dot on the end here, pull this up, and so we're going to flow from our material supplier, Michigan Steel Company, and our material is going to flow into this inventory here at our location where we stamp the product. So now we've got this truck that's bringing material, 5 coils a day, that feed into our stamping process. Now we also want to note when do those materials come, and so we have those materials coming twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so let's go ahead and add in some text, and so I'm just going to go grab a text box here, drag that in here, just to note that Tuesdays and Thursday is when we get material from Michigan Steel Company. So on Tuesday and Thursday they bring us 500-foot coils, and they put them here in front of our stamping process where we have 5 days worth of material currently sitting in our current state map. So that's material flowing from the supplier. On Tuesdays and Thursdays they're bringing us 500-foot coils. Right now currently in the current state we've got 5 days worth of coils sitting in front of stamping. Material flows through the process, and now we're ready to ship our final product to our customer. And so we're going to ship exactly the same way with the truck. So I'm going to come back here to our material flow palette. I'm going to grab our truck again. Now our truck is going to go from our shipping, our product staging, to our customer, and we're going to ship on a daily basis. So once a day our shipping is looking at what do we have in product staging, and once a day they're shipping to State Street Assembly. So let's go ahead and add in a text box there just to note that. So we'll drag our text box out here, and one time daily is what we're shipping. So we can move that over here. So now you can see we've closed the loop, and now we have our complete flow from Michigan State Steel delivering coils on Tuesdays and Thursdays, from stamping all the way through shipping, and then once a day shipping off to our customer, State Street Assembly. So that's the third step in the process.